at some of these wars in medieval times, and it's like, what difference did it make to the common man which lord had dominion over them? It's not like they were fighting for political systems or for anything like that. It was all kind of the same, you know, and you really wonder about it.
You knew what I was buying, and you knew the price.
It was wrong of them to burn my temple. It angered the great shepherd.
This is not God's work. My child was innocent.
Innocent? He would have been the stallion who mounts the world. Now he will burn no cities. Now his Khalasar will trample no nations into dust.
I spoke for you. I saved you.
Saved me? 3 of those riders had already raped me before you saved me, girl. I saw my god's house burn. There where I had healed men and women, beyond counting. In the streets I saw piles of heads. The head of the baker who makes my bread. The head of a young boy that I had cured of fever just 3 moons past. So, tell me again exactly what it was that you saved.
Your life.
Why don't you take a look at your khal? Then you will see exactly what life is worth when all the rest has gone.
See the dragons?
My friend, we have traveled very far. We have no food, no water. Once I see my people fed, I would be honored.
Forgive me, Mother of Dragons, but no man alive has seen a living dragon. Some of my more skeptical friends refuse to believe your children even exist. All we ask is the chance to see for ourselves.
I am not a liar.
Oh, I don't think you are. But as I've never met you before, my opinion on the matter is of limited value.
Where I come from, guests are treated with respect, not insulted at the gates.
Then perhaps you should return to where you come from. We wish you well.
What are you doing? You promised to receive me.
We have received you. Here we are, and here you are.
If you do not let us in, all of us will die.
Which we shall deeply regret. But Karth did not become the greatest city that ever was or will be by letting Dothraki savages through its gates.
Jorah, make them stop.
Khaleesi,
You heard me.
these men have shed blood for their Khal. Now they claim their reward. Princess, you have a gentle heart. This is how it's always been.
I do not have a gentle heart, sir.
Khaleesi, please be careful.
13! When my dragons are grown, we will take back what was stolen from me. And destroy those who have wronged me. We will lay waste to armies and burn cities to the ground. Turn us away, and we will burn you first.
Ah, you are a true Targaryen. So, my little princess, what is it you want?
My birthright, the 7 kingdoms of Westeros.
I fear I'm no better than a servant in this regard. I cannot give you what I do not have.
I'm not asking you for the kingdoms. I'm asking you for ships. I need to cross the Narrow Sea.
I need my ships as well. I use them, you see, to bring spices from one port to another.
Whatever you grant me now will be repaid 3 times over when I retake the Iron Throne.
Retake? Did you once sit on the Iron Throne?
My father sat there before he was murdered.
But if you did not sit on it yourself, would it not be correct to say, take the Iron Throne?
I didn't come here to argue grammar.
Of course not. You came to take my ships. So let me explain my position, little princess. Unlike you, I do not have exalted ancestors. I make my living by trade, and I judge every trade on its merits. You ask for ships. You say I shall be repaid triple. I do not doubt your honesty or your intentions, but before you repay your debts, you must seize the 7 kingdoms. Do you have an army?
Not yet.
You do not have an army. Do you have powerful allies in Westeros?
There are many there that support my claim.
When were you there last?
I left when I was a baby.
So, in truth, you have no allies.
The people will rise to fight for their rightful queen when I return.
Forgive me, little princess, but I cannot make an investment based on wishes and dreams. Now, if you'll pardon me.
Do you know Illyrio Monpatis, Magistar of Pentos?
Yes, we've met. A shrewd man.
For my
wedding, he gave me 3 petrified dragon eggs. He believed, the world believed, that the ages had turned them to stone. How many centuries has it been since dragons roamed the skies? But I dreamt that if I carried those eggs into a great fire, they would hatch. When I stepped into the fire, my own people thought I was mad. But when the fire burned out, I was unhurt. The mother of dragons. Do you understand? I'm no ordinary woman. My dreams come true.
I admire your passion. But in business, I trust in logic, not passion. I'm sorry, little princess.
I am not your little princess. I am Daenerys Stormborn of the blood of old Valyria, and I will take what is mine. With fire and blood, I will take it.
Yes, my lady, but not with my ships.
Is it done then? Do they belong to me?
Pindas Lusacertida.
Satida,
This is done.
pero si tuami.
You hold the whip.
Speros es dia Zantir. I vetra j'espère divito magis.
Zadrizes buzdaris gosdaur.
Raji valire.
Nigay Daenerys Masmo and Targaryen entrot, and Valeria Wipoanagariksan. Valeria Munuengos Nuyis Isa. Novagedis! Axiosentas, Mentiosentas! Kiloni pilos luevale tolviosenetas, inini odrigatas, urnenue dolre brijatas!
Aske! Tesena!
Dracarys.
About your father. About the Mad King.
The Mad King. Your hate reminds me of my enemy's lies. Consider me reminded.
Your Grace, I served in his King's Guard. I was at his side from the first. Your enemies did not lie.
Go on.
When the people rose in revolt against him, your father set their towns and castles aflame. He murdered sons in front of their fathers. He burned men alive with wildfire and laughed as they screamed. And his efforts to stamp out dissent led to a rebellion that killed every Targaryen, except two.
I'm not my father.
No, Your Grace. Thank the gods. But the Mad King gave his enemies the justice he thought they deserved. And each time, it made him feel powerful and right. Until the very end.
Sirieniot. Jevi que non tis exondao. Jevi que non tis pactus. Jevi que non tis laudicis osinis.
Vala morgulis.
Ieri voceci. Ieri vadrivoi.
I'm not here to murder. Bend the knee and join me. Together, we will leave the world a better place than we found it. Or refuse. And die.
You will not kneel?
I already have a queen.
I respect that.
Perhaps he could take the black, Your Grace. Whatever else he is a true soldier. He'd be invaluable at the war.
I, Daenerys of House Targaryen, first of my name, breaker of chains and mother of dragons, sentence you to die.
Dracarys.
My name. My real name is Aegon Targaryen.
That's impossible.
I wish it were.
If it were true, it would make you the last male heir of House Targaryen.
I wish you'd never told me. If I didn't know, I'd be happy right now. I try to forget. Tonight I did for a while, and then I saw them gathered around you. I saw the way they looked at you. I know that look.
So many people have looked at me that way, but never here. Never on this side of the sea.
I told you I don't want it.
It doesn't matter what you want. You didn't want to be king in the north. What happens when they demand you press your claim and take what is mine?
I refuse. You are my queen. I don't know what else I can say.
You can say nothing to anyone ever. Never tell them who you really are. Swear your brother and Samuel Tarly to secrecy and tell no one else. Or it will take on a life of its own and you won't be able to control it or what it does to people. No matter how many times you bend the knee. No matter what you swear.
I like gray characters. I like people who have both good and evil in them because I think real people have both good and evil. There are very few pure paladins in the world, and there are very few totally evil people. We all have the capacity for heroism in us. We all have the capacity for selfishness and evil in us. So what it comes down to my mind, is the difficulty of making choices. And someone with Ned, like Ned, who has a code that he lives by, and yet he's forced to make some very difficult choices. How do you play this Game of Thrones, this cutthroat game? Do you play it clean and noble, according to the rules that you've been taught? You do that, you could very well lose your life, and you could lose the lives of people that you love, and your family or your children, because the other people that you're playing with are not playing by the same rules.
When my dragons are grown, We will take back what was stolen from me and destroy those who have wronged me. We will lay waste to armies and burn cities to the ground. Turn us away, and we will burn you first. I'll take what is mine. With fire and blood, I will take it.